Hey, Dad. Yeah. It finally stopped raining? Well, let's go then. Welcome to Iskey Farms, and Dad just called me, got off the phone, and we're picking beans. So tag along to enjoy our videos.
Seeing how many beans we're losing, but appears to be that it's actually doing a pretty good job because there's really nothing there to look at.
So you got to be very particular on how many beans you're losing on the ground, because if you measure out 1 square foot and if you find any beans in there, that's going to be a yield loss. And if there's 4 beans in 1 square foot, that's equal to 1 bushel loss per acre. I'm only seeing 1, so that's good. Only having 1 bean in 1 square foot isn't too bad, so I think we're running pretty good. Oh, nope, there's 2. Okay, 2. We're losing half a bushel an acre. We want to make sure our machine is running good and we're not losing anything out of the back. This year, since they're being so dry, we will have some head loss. And when I mean head loss, the reels on the head will hit the beans and they will shatter and just fall right out of the pod. And there's not really a way to get around that. You need the reels to reel it into the combine, otherwise you'll have a lot more loss.
It's leaving a little couple pods down on the stalk still. Just can't get the head low enough because the moisture of the soil here a little sticky. When the dirt's a little wet, it sticks to the bottom of the skids on the header, and then it sticks and balls up, and then the dirt goes over on top of the header, and dirt inside the machine is bad, and then it plugs. You gotta get out, scrape all the dirt out.
We ran 2 passes of beans. Second week in September, beans were running about 9%, which is a lot drier than what we'd like to see. We'd like to see beans closer to 13%. So we waited for a rain. We got 6.5 inches of rain, so I was kind of thinking maybe a ½ inch would be okay, but good Lord gave us a little bit more. So that brought the moisture content up into the beans. We're running about 12, which is real nice. The problem is that the soil's really wet now, and the grain platform likes to kind of ball up, and if you hit some uneven ground in the bean fields, that dirt doesn't go through very good. It likes to clump up, and that causes problems with beans feeding and a lot of other problems. So we're just trying to get the combine dialed in, that we do the best job that we can. Unfortunately, it looks like we're leaving a few beans. we need to make a couple more adjustments.
We weren't super happy with the size of the residue that was laying on the floor, so we decided to engage the knife blades back in, and we hope to see that that'll fix our problem.
These tracks right here is not what we like to see. That's all compaction from the grain cart. We try not to get out in the field when it's too muddy, but the conditions for the beans are right. We've been waiting for a while. This compaction will affect next year's crop, and you could potentially see what that looks like next year.
It's really hard to load. I can't see anywhere. I can't see the grain, can't see the camera. on how much grain there is.
So I currently cannot see very much of anything right now, and this kind of sucks. Going against the wind, so it's a little challenging. It's a little better going the other direction.
If you're not close enough to your tongue of your wagon, latch this in, pull this up, and move it back wherever you want. So now that this is unhooked, we're gonna have to back the tractor up to hook that back in. Otherwise, we're gonna pull the tongue. There's a stop in it. It won't pull all the way out, but it'll pull quite a ways. You guys okay? You guys okay? Can you still see? Okay. So I'm just refilling the oil reservoir for the chain lubrication system. We turn these valves on at least once a day to lubricate the drive chains that drive this auger and the auger in the inside. So we want to make sure that this always has oil in it. Dang it. Somehow I always manage to spill. And that's why this gets all dirty like that. But now we're gonna go around and grease all the zerks. Clean off the tip so you don't push a whole bunch of dirt into that zerk. You don't want to overfill them because you're filling some sort of bearing, or you can actually overfill it with grease and it'll push the seal out of there, which will then allow dirt and a whole bunch of debris to get in there. So you don't want to overfill a bearing with grease. We don't have enough storage for beans. We have about 4,000 bushel in the corn crib, so we can hold 4,000 bushel worth of soybeans, but then all the rest has to go to the elevator.